Today in Mathematics 1, we are going to start another chapter, a new chapter, which is arithmetic progression. This is chapter number 3 in the textbook. As we do whenever we start a new chapter, today, when we start this chapter, we will get introduced to the content. We will also look at what is there in the chapter. Keep your textbooks closed and keep your notebooks ready. Of course, whenever we are in class 10 now, we have spent 10, 11, 12 years in school. We must have studied certain things, and some of those things will be required to study things in class 10. So for this chapter also, we need certain things. Now, if the name of the chapter is arithmetic progression, can you guess and tell me what will be required for this chapter? Type it in the chat box. The name of the chapter is arithmetic progression. Very easy. Of course, Prachi, that is what will be required. Yes, Chand. So Chand, Prachi is saying we will need arithmetic. Chand is saying we will need subtraction and addition. What else is part of arithmetic? Don't we have multiplication and division? Yes. Khadija is saying operations, fractions, decimals. Yes. All those things will be required. So we will need a lot of arithmetic, not some of arithmetic, a lot of arithmetic. Karthik, thank you for sharing that. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. But that is not all. We will also need some algebra. We will also need some algebra. So keep this in mind when we are entering into this chapter. So let us see what is there. What is it that we are going to study? We will cover the introduction in two parts. One is the basic concepts that are required for arithmetic progression. And second, we will look at the chapter in the textbook. So till the time we start looking at the chapter, while we are studying the basic concepts, we will keep our textbooks closed. When we complete the basic concepts, then we will open our textbooks and see what is there, what is not there. Please confirm that this is clear. Thank you for the confirmation. So let us start with the basic concepts. I'm going to write something on the screen. What I'm going to write is very simple, and I'm going to use very simple numbers. I'm not going to complicate this for you. That is not the intention at all. Suppose I write this 10, 13, 17, 23, 24, and I ask you, I have written some random numbers. I have written some random numbers on the screen. But do you see any pattern? Do you see any pattern in this randomness? That is the question. Do you see any pattern in the randomness? "10, 13, 17, 23, 24 are the numbers. Do you see any pattern? Think simple. Think very, very basic. Pattern is something that is applicable to all the numbers, right? But if you see certain things which are applicable to, only some of the numbers, but not to the other numbers, then there is no pattern, right? Those are just exceptions. Pattern is applicable to all. Exceptions are applicable to only some of them. Right. Now, when some numbers are arranged in a particular order, in a particular way, that arrangement is called a sequence. That arrangement is called a sequence. A new term. Numbers arranged in a particular or a definite order. At least here, nothing fancy here. The simple order that we have is ascending order. Next concept is that of terms. So again, if you look at some order of numbers like 1, 5, 7, 8, 10, 13. Once again, you will see that all these numbers are in a simple, there is a simple pattern to the numbers, and that pattern is they are arranged in the ascending order. Now, this is a sequence. This arrangement of numbers is called a sequence. Now, in any sequence, each of the numbers 1, 5, 7, 8, 10, 13, together they make a sequence. Now, each of these numbers is called a term. Each of these numbers is called a term. So the numbers that make a sequence, they are called terms. Now, if we have understood sequence, what a sequence is, very simple. Sequence is a particular arrangement of numbers. And if you have understood terms, what are terms? The numbers that make up the sequence. If that is the case, identify the different terms of these sequences. There are 3 sequences that are on the screen now. Sequence number 1, which consists of 9, 15, 21, 27. Sequence number 2, 7, 7, 7, 7. And it continues. It is infinite sequence. Sequence number 3, -2, -6, -10, -14. Right? Terms are identified usually, not always, usually by this alphabet, T. Term. T for term. The first term is called T1. Second term is called T2. Third term is called T3. If that is the case, complete the blanks, fill in the blanks in your notebook and show me a thumbs up that you are ready. In the first sequence, first term is 9. So we write T1 equals to 9. Second term is 15. So we write T2 equals to 15. Third term is 21. So we write T3 equals to 21. If I ask you T4, it will be 27. Similarly, sequence 2, all the terms are 7. So very easy, 7 and 7. And if I ask you T4, that is also 7. Sequence number 3, first term is -2, second term is -6, third term is -10. If I ask you the fourth term, T4 equal to -14. Compare your answers, check. Now, I'm going to give you a question where you have to think a little bit more, right? Remember what we did in the previous example. Although at some places it only asked for T3, I also asked you how you can write T4. So you have to think a little bit more and answer. Suppose the sequence is 0, 2, 3, 3.5, 4, right? This is the sequence. So we can say this is T1, this is T2, this is T3, this is T4, and this is T5. 5. Please confirm that this is okay. This much is clear. T1, T2, T3, T4, T5. Very, very, very simple. Now the question is going to be interesting. The question I'm asking you is, what is T6? Sandhya is saying 4.5, Aman is saying 5, Usman is saying 5, Khadija is saying 5, Chand is saying 5, Aarti Bania is saying 5. Okay, interesting answers. So till now we have got two different answers, 4.5 and 5. Rahul is typing in Hindi 4.5. Okay. Any other answer? Ankit is saying 5. Karthik is saying 4.25. Others, even if you don't know, at least no one knows. No one in the class knows what the correct answer is. They are trying. They are trying. Don't hesitate to try. Now, my dear students, my dear class, we cannot know what T6 is. We cannot know. Why? You see, from 0 to 2, we are adding 1. From 2 to 3, we are adding 1. From 3 to 3.5, 0.5 we are adding. From 3.5 to 4, 0.5. There is no pattern. Kabhi ye, kabhi wo, kabhi kuch. So we cannot answer. What will be T6? We cannot answer. The only pattern that we see in these in the sequences, the numbers are arranged in ascending order. Other than that, we don't have anything else to determine, to find out what the next term will be, what T6 will be. We cannot find out. Think and confirm if you agree with me or not. Now more questions on your screen. 2 questions actually, only 2. And of course, you see there are 2 more sequences. The first sequence consists of 1, 3, 5, and 7. The second sequence consists of 5, 8, and 11. Do you think we can find out the next term? Suppose I identify the terms as, suppose this is T1, T2, T3, T4. If I ask you what is T5, what is T6? Can you answer? Think. If I ask you what is T7, what is T8, what is T9, can you answer? This is a sequence, yes, 1, 3, 5, 7. In the previous question was also a sequence. Absolutely no difference. Both are sequence, but this is a special type of sequence. Realize the speciality, realize the additional information we have here. Yes, we can find. All of you are saying we can find, and Anushka has already given the answer. Usman is saying we cannot find. Anushka has given the answer. But I think, Anushka, your answers are wrong. So, if I tell you the 5th term, T5, will be 9. Will be 9. Can you tell me T6, T7, T8, and T9? Please type it in the chat. T6, T7, T8, and T9. Type these 4 terms separated by commas in the chat. All of you have given the correct answer. 6th term will be 11, 7th term will be 13, 8th term will be 15, 9th term will be 17. कैसे हुआ? 1 plus 2 is 3. Then 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. And so on. Done. Now tell me, if we use the same nomenclature for the bottom sequence, we call it T1, T2, T3. Now you tell me what will be T4, T5, T6, T7. Type it in the chat, separated by commas. T4 will be 13. Will it be 13? No, it will be 14. Why? 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. 11 plus 3 is 14. Then plus 3 is 17. Plus 3 is 20. Plus 3 is 23. 14, 17, 20, 23. So as you rightly observed, sometimes in the sequence, we are able to tell what the next term will be. When we are able to tell what the next term will be, that type of sequence is called a progression. Another new word. So first we learned sequence. Then we studied term. Then we saw that in some sequence we can predict or we can determine what the next term will be. In some other sequences, we cannot predict what the next term will be. We are not going to study this. There is no pattern here. There is no definite pattern there, other than just ascending or descending or something like that. But we will study the sequences where there is a specific pattern such that we can determine the next term, and these are called progressions. These are called progressions. Okay. So the third term, first term is sequence, second term is term, and the third term is progression. So what we are going to study in this chapter is, we are going to study about progressions, and we are going to study only about one type of progression, and that progression is called arithmetic progression. This is what we are going to study. We are going to study only one specific type of progression. So a progression is a sequence which has a specific pattern, which has a specific relationship between its term. There can be multiple types of progressions. We will study about arithmetic progression. So now let us try to understand what an arithmetic progression is. To do that, there are 4 sequences on the screen. There are 4 sequences on the screen. Try answer the question that is asked. Study each of them. Study each of them and find out. Check whether there is any rule among the terms, any specific rules among the terms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You are still keeping your textbooks closed. Look at one by one. First sequence, take first sequence. If you think you have found a rule, type it in the chat. Then look at number 2. If you think you have found a rule, type it in the chat. Start. Now let us see what we were trying to identify. Most of you have got all the answers correct. The first one, it is clear that we are adding 3 to the previous term to get the next term. We were adding 3. So we can do more to calculate next terms. In the second sequence, once again, it was clear that we were adding 6 to the previous term to get the next term. So some of you said they are multiples of 6. That is fine. That is fine. So those who said multiples of 6, that is fine. What you need to understand is multiples of 6 means we are adding 6 to the previous number. If this understanding is there, your answer is correct. Please confirm that this is clear and you will be able to complete the fill in the blanks. Easy. Good. So what was happening in sequences 3 and 4? Some of you said sequence number 3 is constant. Yes, it is constant. When it is constant, we can also, some of you said it is neither increasing nor decreasing. Yes, it's the same thing, constant. Constant can also be explained by saying we are adding 0 to the previous term. बोल सकते हैं ना? Fourth one was we are multiplying, not adding anything. We were multiplying the previous term by 4. So 4 into 4 is 16. 16 into 4 is 64. So I think, Khadija, when you said multiples of 4 or power of 4, something related to that you said, you can also see it as 4 to the power 1, 4 to the power 2, 4 to the power 3, and so on. So we are multiplying 4 to the previous term. Is it okay? Do you agree? Is it clear? Very good. Now let us look at the last two sequences. What was happening in them? And many of you found out that in the fifth sequence, we were subtracting 0.5 to get the next term. Subtracting, how? Like this. -1 is the term. If we do 0.5 minus 0.5, then we were getting minus 1.5. Now from minus 1.5, we do minus 0.5. Then we will get minus 2. Class 5, integers. This is also part of arithmetic. Something similar is happening. We are adding something, but that what is adding is a negative number. We need to know negative numbers also. We need to know integers also, not just integers. We will need to know fractions also. Arithmetic does not only mean natural numbers. Arithmetic involves fractions, powers, all those things. And the last one was simply a sequence of cubes. There is no way we can relate the terms, or in a way we can say it, if this is n cube, the next one is n plus 1 cube. Otherwise, there is no other relationship, right? So sequence is just numbers are arranged in a specific pattern, in a definite order. The numbers that are part of a sequence, they are called terms. Fine. So in some sequences, there is a definite rule that connects the terms. So we can identify the next term. And those sequences are called progressions. The 6 sequences that we saw here, all are progressions because there is a definite relationship between the terms. It's not changing. It is not random. There is a definite relationship. Sometimes it is addition. Sometimes it is subtraction. Sometimes it is multiplication. And in the last one, it is much more complicated. All are progressions. Only some of them are arithmetic progression, which we will study in the next class. Please understand that what progressions are in general, what sequences are in general, and only then we will understand what an arithmetic progression is. Another concept, and this will be the last concept for today, which is called sum of terms. So till now we have looked at terms, sequences, sequences where the terms are related to each other, that is progressions. And now the term, the concept is sum of terms. Suppose we have this sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, ... Tell me what is this sequence? There is a special name for this sequence. starting with an N. What is that special name? 1, 2, 3, 4. Sandhya is saying numbers. Nahi beta. Nahi beta. They're natural numbers. They are natural numbers. Very good. Aarti, Prachi, Khadija. Of course, they are numbers, but they are natural numbers, right? Now, if I tell you, what is the sum of the first three terms? We will do T1 plus T2 plus T3. So T1 is 1, T2 is 2, T3 is 3. When we add, it is 6. So this 6 is called the series. The 6 is called the series. What is the series? It is the sum of terms. Sum of terms of a sequence. It is called a series. This word is not there in the textbook this year, but you will come across this word if you study maths in college. When you study, the chapter itself may be called as sequences and series, progression. Okay? In the current chapter, it is being called sum of terms. The word series is not introduced. The term series is not introduced. But we are checking, we will study sum of terms. We can also say that 1 plus 2 plus 3 is a series. 1 comma, sorry about this. 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 is a sequence. But when we do a sum, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, that becomes a series. Sum of the terms of a sequence is a series. So what I'm trying to tell you is, we have already started studying the chapter. Don't be afraid कि मैंने आपका time waste किया. मैं कभी आपका time waste नहीं करता हूँ. It is useful for you to study on your own. Coming back to the presentation. Told you we have come to the end of the session. For the next session, that will be tomorrow morning, read the pages 55 to 59 till solved examples of the textbook. And I'm going to send you a video about arithmetic progression. Please watch it before coming to the class tomorrow morning. Complete this tonight.